I've looked over all the files, and of the files that are left inside the config.d, we can quickly go over these guys. That's in the case if you have a laptop, and then you have to tell them the name of EDP1. Looks like it's the name of the screen, band, switch, reload, and so on. That's really something I can't really test. It has to do with laptop, right? And clamshell is something that's gonna be in here, so that's linked to it, and it's going to look for something that has to be there, right? Proc, it's in the processes, ACPI button. So if this is really hardware material and won't work on any well, on all hardware. It's really figure it out, right, basically, and see that you change it. So clamshell is something I just skip, I'm not interested in it. Default is important, input is less important. So in here is actually also something that matters to me, and that's basically the layout. Control T. So I have changed everything, have not changed this. Let's say it like this. Change or switch the next setting, right? Should be this, but it's covered via other coding. And the same here, basically this kind of figures out what keyboard I want, which is BE, but this is hard coded. It's gonna be that BE, plus the things that I've changed in here, like the config D Azerty. So I am on Azerty, as you see up here, so all is good, even though this was not changed. Now, that's important. Output is less important, except of course if you're dual screen. So this has been changed in previous videos. Rules do not interest me at all. Basically, it's saying if you're GIMP, then you go to workspace 1, or you start be floating, and so on and so on. I'm not really interested in all that kind of yeah, making it fixed, right? It's not free anymore. You can't open up Thunar on any of the 10 desktops. No, it's going to be Thunar number 7, and that's it. And I used to be like that on i3 for years, until somebody told me, Eric, what are you doing, right? And it was a leap. But yes, fixing applications to a workspace is not needed. Your brain, my brain, is still wired that 1 is the browsers, 2 is the editor, 3 is GIMP, 4 is Inkscape, 5 are images, 6 is VLC, 7 is VirtualBox, 8 is Thunar, 9 is Mail, and 10 is Spotify. It's in my brain, right? I don't need somebody else fixing things and moving things to a certain place, because it's not practical. Sometimes you need to have 2 things next to each other and compare. And if you always are sent back to number 7 because Thunar needs to be there, you can't do your job, basically. So I'm not interested in rules, but here they are. Some of them I've kept in just to say floating enabled, right? But saying that something should move from there to workspace or something is really not my thing. Then does the rules. Theme is interesting. We should take a look at theme and at default, and that's where we start this video. So mod 4, basically super. So we're saying super something, super this, super that. That's the mod key. Some variables to define what we think should be files, Thunar or something else. Editor should be code or something else, and so on. There's this grand menu. What's that? That's Rofi. The grand menu, Control Find, and you go find the next one, Mod D. So this one, that's the grand menu. Okay. And what's the grand menu then? Well, it's Rofi, no config, no lazy grep, and so on. And you go to Sway, Rofi, Launcher 2. Basically, this is Launcher 2. Rofi, Launcher 2. All right. I'm thinking about something. Let's investigate this, because otherwise I've told something wrong in previous video. because super D, I was under the impression that was gonna be control find ngwm, control find ng, no, and wg. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's see, nw drawer. This is nwg drawer, and this is Rofi. Okay, got it. Okay, no problem. I'm not mistaken. So super D is Rofi, check. It's when you click here, the ng drawer actually comes into place. So this is the ng drawer. I think I said that wrong in the other video, so my apologies. We're not gonna do that over again. So the nwg drawer, that's the rocket, right? Okay, sorry, rocket. And this one, super D, read the code. This is Rofi. Where is Sublime Text? I've killed Sublime Text. Sublime Text, come back. So we're looking at the defaults here. So the grand menu, I've called it, is Rofi, and it's a super D. There is something that I've changed, it seems. Control Z. Okay, now it's okay. And you scroll on and you read. The cheat is the kitty micro cheat sheet. So this little thing opens up some code that you can read. Don't like to lock, so it's without locking. Ah yeah, plain text, not interesting. Perl. Key bindings, all kinds of. Super F1, super F2, F3. You see, it's in my brain already. I can say it out loud, and this is how my brain is well organized. F11, super F11, super F12, exactly the same. So if you miss it, voila. Another way of showing the menu. So there are so many menus, right? Alt F3 is the one that we don't have. That's the one that we also have on many systems, but not here. So all the the function keys, F12, we do like our F12 drop down. It's there. Super shift return, and basically we're now going over the key bindings, so you can do that on your own, figuring out key bindings. But super X is of course important. See that you can log out. Kill, mod Q, and here's the grand menu. So super D, super shift D is the one that was sometimes on the second screen. That's now on the first. So you just start typing the caca fire, right? And then you have the caca fire. Heat yourself up, warm yourself. So here's the lock screen, Control Alt L. Not sure if I should do that because I'm recording and all that, but try it out. Control Alt L and then type in the password and you're back in. There's even a key binding for the cheat sheet, super, shift, and information, and I. Conkeys if you want them, rotate and so on. Variety is there, we do like variety, Alt N. And you've got something new. So super 4, for example, this is a wallpaper coming from variety, right? And you can select a new one. Ooh, let's take the blue pill, right? Close. 1, 2, 3, voila. And then more things. I mean, you can test them all out. What are important things? Moving around. I'm not really a moving around kind of guy, but there he is. There it is, right? QWERTY stuff, I don't care. AZERTY stuff is activated, cool. You can split some things up, stacking and all that. Full screen, that's important. Super F, super F, super F. Because sometimes you're in a screen and a screen and a screen and a screen. I said, oh my God, right? You go to this one, super F, do your thing, super F, and then kill it. Don't use scratch pads. Resizing is possible if you want. Was it this system? Yeah, it's sway with a super and a left. This is left and this is right. You can change things. Control T, super, right mouse click. Right, you can move some things around. Again, not my thing. I mean, often it's just this with dual screen, and then we have 4 of these pieces. Good enough. So these are key bindings for the resize, for volume, for music, and for screenshots. Might need a word maybe, I don't know. Scrimshots is an application, that's something new. Well, new, I mean, for us everything is new because we're new on Wayland. So Grimshot is an application that's new on the ArcoLinux repo third party. It's already installed, so I can run it. And what I need to do is print execute. So the print is that button. And we see here screenshot of output. What happens? Control H. I go to the, where are you, pictures? Oh, am I missing pictures, am I? What? I think I'm visually impaired now. Where did it, oh. Whoa. I don't know what was that, but there it is. So I have a screenshot, super Q, and if I can do a shift print screen, then it will be this thing. Okay, and the last one is gonna be control print screen. And then I say I want to have a piece of that. All right, so some possibilities to make a screenshot is always interesting. Now, some of you know, and that's the last thing I'll tell you because the video's been rolling. I don't know. I don't think I can see it in this Wayland edition, how long I've been doing this, but there is one thing I always like, and that's Flameshot. Flameshot is great, and yes, Flameshot works. So the icon is up here. I'll make sure that it's white next time, and I can make a screenshot. It's a bit sluggish, but it works, right? So test, save. On Sway, and that's the thing, on Sway, it works. So they are getting, the guys behind Flameshot are changing the code, and on Sway we can say yes, yes. On Hyperland, we can't unless we sell them. Well, we fake on Hyperland that we're Sway, and then it works. So it will be developed in the coming years. We'll have Flameshot as well available on Wayland stuff, no problem. That's the last thing I'll do, and stop the video here.